Ready to sell your Lego building instructions and make your first dollars? In this video, I'll walk you through listing your creations on Rebrickable, the world's largest marketplace for Lego mocks. Let's get started. Welcome to this new lesson in the BRICKSBIZ training program. This lesson is going to be very important, and I'm sure it's highly anticipated because I'm going to explain how to sell your first building instructions. This will enable you to earn your first dollars. In this lesson, I will introduce you to the Rebrickable platform, which will allow you to sell your building instructions. I'll explain in detail how to create your account on the platform and how to set it up to accept payments using the payment methods we configured in the previous lesson. I'll also walk you through the step-by-step process to submit your building instructions and make them available for purchase by Rebrickable website visitors. Finally, I'll show you how to track your sales on the platform. Let's get started on selling your building instructions. But before we dive into Rebrickable, I'd like to take a moment to congratulate you again. You should be very proud of what you've accomplished so far. In a relatively short time, you've created a 3D model and professional-grade building instructions for your Lego creations with the same level of polish as official Lego instructions. Now, you're about to showcase the result of your hard work and to sell it. So please, take a moment to savor this wonderful achievement. Now, let's dive right into the process of selling your building instructions. The first platform we'll use to sell your building instructions is Rebrickable. Rebrickable is the world's largest marketplace for Lego building instructions. It's like Amazon, but specialized in building instructions. In addition to paid instructions, the platform also offers thousands of free instructions that can be easily downloaded. Rebrickable was created in 2011 by an Australian named Nathan Tom. The initial concept of the site was to help Lego builders identify which models they could create using the bricks they already owned. Over time, the site gradually evolved into a marketplace. Today, Rebrickable allows users to buy or download tons of building instructions for free. The website's database includes over 100,000 Lego mocks. It also offers many useful features, such as the ability to create an inventory of your parts and communicate with talented Lego creators from around the world. Rebrickable has numerous other features that any Lego enthusiast will appreciate, but we will start by selling our building instructions onto this marketplace. If you haven't already, the first step is to create an account on Rebrickable. Creating an account on this website is free. To create your account, go to the address displayed on screen and displayed below this video. Enter your email address and username, set a password, and complete your registration. You are now registered on the platform. One of your first actions will be to verify your email address to unlock the platform's features. To do this, go to the Account Settings section and click on the Verify Your Email Address button. You should receive in your personal mailbox a verification email from Rebrickable with a link to confirm your registration. And that's it. You are now ready to use the platform and about to start selling your creations. To sell your professional building instructions to Rebrickable customers, you'll need to connect your Rebrickable account to your payment providers. If you followed the previous lessons from the training course, you should already have a PayPal and/or Stripe account. We'll now link these payment providers to your Rebrickable account. Doing so, when someone purchases your building instructions, you will receive the full sale price into your PayPal or Stripe account, depending on the buyer's chosen payment method. PayPal and Stripe take commissions on your sales, so they will deduct their transaction fees. At the end of the month, Rebrickable will ask you to pay their own commission. As of November 2024, Rebrickable commission is 10% of your sale price. For instance, if you make 5 sales at $10 each during a given month, Rebrickable will request $5 at the beginning of the following month, corresponding to 10% of the total sales, $50 in our example. You'll need to pay this amount via a fund transfer from your PayPal or Stripe account to Rebrickable. Once again, I recommend offering both Stripe and PayPal to your buyers. As mentioned earlier, some buyers prefer not to use PayPal, while others, such as in Germany, might favor it. Providing both options ensures you cater to all preferences. Connecting your PayPal account to Rebrickable is straightforward. Go to the address whose link appear below this video, then follow the steps to connect your PayPal account, which you created in the previous lesson. Once you've completed the registration steps, your Rebrickable account will be able to accept payments through PayPal. It's that simple. The process for connecting your Stripe account to Rebrickable is just as simple. Click on the link displayed on screen and below this video and follow the steps to interconnect the two platforms. As with PayPal, once the connection is complete, you'll be able to accept credit card payments and smartphone payments on your Rebrickable account. Everything has been designed to make your life easier and to help you quickly start selling. I should note that this setup only needs to be done once when you create your Rebrickable account. Once your payment methods are connected, the system will operate automatically, so you won't need to revisit this configuration interface. Let's move on to our first practical exercise in this lesson. If you haven't already done so, create your own account on Rebrickable. To sell your building instructions, you'll also need to connect your payment methods to your Rebrickable account. So please, pause this video and connect the payment methods you set up in the previous lesson to your Rebrickable account. I'll see you in a few minutes once your Rebrickable account is fully set up and ready to accept payments. As mentioned earlier in the video, Rebrickable is packed with features that I encourage you to explore. Spend some time discovering all the platform's features to see if any might be useful to you. Rebrickable also offers two paid plans called Pro and Designer, which provides access to additional features. You can decide if it's worth the investment based on your needs. For now, let's focus on selling your building instructions using the platform's free plan and free features. Even though there are far more features in the free plan, in this video, we'll concentrate on the following functionalities. We'll use the menu option Mocks. Submit a mock as our starting point for preparing our sales process. We'll be able to use the Account, Mock Sales section to track our sales and the revenues generated by them. The section accessible via Account, Mock, provides a list of all the Lego creations you've submitted to the platform. We'll have a quick look at this one as well. The Account, Mock Analytics section. This is a section I'll encourage you to look at to get more insights about the popularity from your mocks. We'll also have a look at the My Lego, My Part Lists interface to help us to test our parts list and to estimate our model's price. Thanks to Rebrickable interface, you can also communicate with buyers or other users through Rebrickable's integrated inbox. Messages received there will trigger email notifications sent to the address you registered with your Rebrickable account. Finally, the Mocks, Find Mocks section will help you discover creations from other builders, find inspiration, compare pricing, and see what's trending on the platform. Although Rebrickable offers many more features, like I said before, these are the ones I use most often as a creator and seller of building instructions. We've finally arrived at the moment you've all been waiting for. We're going to list your building instructions for sale on Rebrickable. Start by clicking on Mock. Submit a mock in the menu. You'll access Rebrickable self-service interface for uploading mocks. The listing... I'm doing just a quick break in the video to let you know that if you're enjoying this free training, you're going to absolutely love the full BRICKSBIZ training course. BRICKSBIZ full training course, this is more than 25 hours of online content, an exclusive membership to a private Discord community full of business experts, a lifetime access to monthly live sessions, and tons of templates, bonuses, marketing strategies, and automation scripts to turn your passion for Lego bricks into a profitable business. It's completely risk-free to try. You have 14 days to explore the program, and if you're not satisfied, you'll get a 100% reimbursement. No questions asked, though I'm pretty sure you won't need it. So if you are looking for more information, just follow the link that appears underneath this video. I let you get back to the content of this free BRICKSBIZ training course video. The listing process involves several steps. The first one is adding a name and description for your mock. Enter a name for your mock. Please note that you don't need to include the word Lego in the name since everyone visiting Rebrickable knows the site is exclusively about Lego. If your instructions are a collaboration with another creator, I recommend including their name in the mock title, for instance, Levitation by TonyFlow76. Let me emphasize once again the importance of obtaining explicit consent from collaborators. Without their permission, you're not authorized at all to publish their creations on Rebrickable. Any violations could lead to account suspension, wasting all your efforts and time, so please be professional in this matter. Let me close this parenthesis and return to the process of listing your building instructions on Rebrickable. Once you have entered the name of your creation, choose a theme from the list of available themes displayed on the screen. This list corresponds to LEGO's official themes. If your mock fits into one of these universes, you can select it from the list. This will make it easier for your potential buyers to find your mock if they are interested in that theme. If your mock doesn't fit into a specific theme, select the theme Creator, Classic, or Technic, depending on what's most appropriate. Finally, add a description for your mock. Although this field is optional, I strongly encourage you to treat it as mandatory and provide a detailed description. Think of your mock description as a storefront. If you're walking down the street looking for a restaurant, you're unlikely to enter one with a dirty, unkempt, or dilapidated facade. Take the time to highlight all the strengths of your mock in this description and use every tool available in the input area to entice visitors to your page, encouraging them to open their wallets to purchase the building instructions that will allow them to recreate your creation. I also recommend starting your description with a video. Thanks to the BRICKSBIZ training course lesson on video creation you followed earlier this week, you should already have a high-quality video of your model ready to include in your mock description. To add this video to your description, I suggest creating an account on a platform like YouTube and uploading your video there. We'll go into more detail on this later in the training program. To embed your YouTube-hosted video in the description, simply click the YouTube icon in the toolbar above the description area and paste the video link copied from YouTube. Rebrickable will automatically insert a video thumbnail into the description, making it easier and more engaging for visitors to discover your creation. You can also insert photos directly into the description. We'll come back in a couple of minutes on how to add cover photos for your mock, but at this stage, you can already embed some additional images within your description. For instance, you can illustrate building techniques you've used for the mock or the story behind your creative idea. To add a photo directly into your description, simply drag and drop the image into the description area. The photo will be immediately embedded in your description. If your photo is hosted on a cloud drive or your website, you can also use the menu option next to the YouTube button to insert the photo into the description via its URL. Next, include as much text information as possible in your description. When you buy a product on Amazon or other sites, you generally want to know about the product's features and benefits. If your description is empty, potential buyers are less likely to purchase your instructions, so don't hesitate to add as much information as possible. For instance, include your mock dimensions, describe specific building techniques you've used, and, if it's an alternate build of an official LEGO set, make sure to mention this both textually and visually. Such models sell much better on Rebrickable because they allow buyers to easily recreate your mock using bricks from a single LEGO set they already own or can purchase at a store. If you're unsure what to include in your description, I encourage you to check out the top sellers on Rebrickable for inspiration. Go to Mocks, find Mocks, Premium Mocks to view the platform's best sellers. Open some of their pages and study how these creators have crafted their descriptions. Beyond the quality of their models, you'll notice that most creators invest time in writing detailed product descriptions that share the story behind their creations. This attention to detail reassures potential buyers about the value of their purchase. Don't skimp on this description, even though writing a polished one might take 20 to 30 minutes. With the preparation work we've done during this training course, you should already have most of the necessary content, so creating a high-quality description shouldn't take too long. If you're collaborating with another creator, explicitly mention this partnership in your description to reassure your audience that the instructions are being sold with full collaboration. This will also prevent negative comments and confirm to Rebrickable staff who review mock submissions that your listing complies with their guidelines. Finally, a last critical point. Your description must be written in English. Rebrickable is an international platform, and English is mandatory. If you're not comfortable writing in English, draft your description in your mother tongue and use free online tools like DeepL to translate it. I recommend using this online app for high-quality translations. In this case, just be sure to replace the term assembly instructions with building instructions, which is the official term LEGO uses and which may not be rendered accurately as part of DeepL translations. Once your description is extensive and ready, click on the green button Save and Next Step, located at the bottom of the page. Once you've crafted an excellent description, you can add an image to your mock listing. To sell your mock on Rebrickable, you must include at least one image. Earlier this week, in one of the lessons from the BRICKSBIZ course, I provided several tips for taking semi-professional or professional photos of your mock, so you should already have high-quality images ready to showcase your creation. Choose your best image and either drag and drop it into the designated area or select it from your computer files. For optimal thumbnails on Rebrickable, I recommend using an image with dimensions of 1000 pixels wide by 800 pixels high. If you use a square image or one with dimensions that don't maintain this ratio, your image may be cropped in certain views on the website, diminishing the impact of your beautiful photos. To avoid this, ensure your images are proportional to the 1000 pixels wide by 800 pixel high dimensions. The image is a vital part of your storefront. It will be displayed alongside your description. Choose the most stunning photo you have to showcase your creation and entice as many visitors as possible to purchase your instructions or leave a positive comment. Rebrickable also allows you to create an image carousel, a slideshow of multiple images with navigation arrows. To do so, just drag and drop more images, respecting the dimensions we have talked about a few seconds ago. You can also decide to add a Rebrickable watermark to your pictures. This could be one way to limit piracy on building instruction sales. But we will come back on this aspect later in the course, and I'll explain you all the measures you can take to limit that your own designs are getting stolen and sold by malicious vendors. After uploading at least one image, click the Save and Next Step button to proceed. In this next step of the listing process, you will upload your building instructions to Rebrickable. If you have decided to offer your instructions for free, click on the Free Instructions tab, which is the default option when you reach this step. In most cases, you will want to sell your instructions. To do this, click on the For Sale Premium Mocks tab. This tab allows you to set the sale price for your building instructions. From the BI Type drop-down menu, select the option PDF, generated from Studio. Next, in the fields labeled Cost and Currency, enter the non-discounted price of your building instructions and the currency in which you want to sell them. To determine the ideal price for your creation, you can watch the dedicated BRICKSBIZ lesson earlier in the training course, unveiling everything you need to know to determine the right sales price. Then click the green plus Add File button to upload your building instructions. Drag and drop the PDF file of your instructions, created during earlier lessons, into the designated area or select it using your File Explorer. Please note that Rebrickable has a size limit for uploaded instructions. If your file exceeds 100 megabits, you will need to split it into multiple files before uploading. To check your file size, look in your File Explorer. If the size is over 100 megabits, use the free PDF Split and Merge Basic software to divide your PDF into smaller files using the split function. When splitting your file, aim to do so at the end of a set of steps if possible. I also recommend giving each file explicit names, such as ending them with Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, etc., so buyers know the correct reading order. Once your file is divided, upload the corresponding PDF files one by one to Rebrickable. Once you have uploaded all your files, click the plus Upload button. The files you selected should now appear in Rebrickable interface. Finally, click the Save and Next Step button at the bottom of the interface to proceed to the next stage. Now that you have added a description, one or more images, and your building instructions in PDF format to your mock listing, you'll need to upload the LEGO part list required to build your mock. First, click on the Import Delete Parts button, which will open a window where you can add your parts list. In this interface, click Select a File to choose your part list in XML format, or drag and drop the file directly into the window. This XML file is the one you created alongside your building instructions during a previous lesson from the training course. Next, click the green Append Parts button. Rebrickable will import your part list and run a series of checks on it. Once the checks are complete, Rebrickable will display a list of warnings and potential errors at the bottom of the page and prompt you to review them. If you have meticulously followed all the lessons in the BRICKSBIZ program, you should not encounter any error messages when importing your parts list into Rebrickable. If errors do appear, they will be highlighted in red and typically come with a clear explanation detailing the actions needed to resolve them. These messages will reference the parts causing the issue. If you encounter errors, modify your 3D model accordingly, regenerate a corrected parts list, and repeat the import process described here. Most warning messages displayed by Rebrickable will relate to alignment issues between part identifiers or descriptions used by Bricklink and Rebrickable. Typically, you can ignore these warnings, especially if you followed all the tips provided in the training course. Once you close the pop-up window, you can quickly perform a visual check of the parts included in your model. As a reminder, I suggest sorting the part list by price in descending order. This will help you identify any unusually expensive parts that might affect your model's overall cost. If you spot issues with certain part colors being overly expensive, consider making adjustments to your 3D model, if feasible, without altering the design's aesthetics. Regenerate a new part list as needed. Click the Save and Next Step button at the bottom of the page to move to the final stage of the building instructions publishing process. You're almost there. You've reached the final step in the process of listing your building instructions on Rebrickable. If you are collaborating with another designer, I strongly recommend adding an administrative message to facilitate the approval of your model. The message could be, for example, the one displayed on the screen. In cases where you are working with another designer, I highly encourage you to provide additional proof in this message section to confirm to Rebrickable staff that your partnership is legitimate. For example, you could include the designer's contact email or a link to the designer's social media where he acknowledges or validates this partnership. Rebrickable often encounters individuals who create instructions for models without proper authorization. This is why it's crucial to provide as much information as possible to prove your good faith, especially for your first mock submissions to the platform. If you are both the creator and the designer of the building instructions, you do not need to add an administrative message. Then, click on the Submit a Mock for Approval button at the bottom of the page. Your mock listing will then be added to a queue for review by Rebrickable Creations approval team. Each model is reviewed individually, and the process takes between 2 to 5 days. If your Lego creation is approved, you will receive an email notification from Rebrickable, and your product page will become accessible to potential buyers. Rebrickable will extract 2 to 3 pages of your instructions to display as a preview for future buyers. Additionally, if you've made an error, you can edit your description or other product details in the Admin tab. But be cautious at the start of your activity. Editing your product page will send it back through the validation process on Rebrickable. After submitting several models, and if Rebrickable detects no issues, such as negative customer reviews or refund requests, your future mock submissions will be instantly and automatically approved, saving you time in listing your creations. Now, let's move on to the second practical exercise in this lesson. As you might have guessed, if you haven't already completed this task alongside the video, I'm going to ask you to list your own Lego mock instructions for sale on the Rebrickable platform. Follow the creation steps explained in this video carefully to list your first building instructions. Put special effort into creating a description that entices potential buyers to purchase your Lego creation. Utilize all the content you've created during this week's lessons to support your listing. You should now have high-quality photos, compelling videos, professionally prepared building instructions, and an XML parts list. These elements will allow you to quickly upload your building instructions, submit them for approval, and maximize the chances of them being accepted. Pause this video and get started on listing your instructions. I'll see you shortly, right after this very exciting step within your BRICKSBIZ journey. Wow, congratulations! You have now completed a major milestone in the BRICKSBIZ training program. Your building instructions are now available for sale, and you can start earning your first dollars from these sales. Congratulations on this important step in the process. Whenever you'll make a sale, you will receive an email from Rebrickable notifying you of the Lego mock sold and about the email address of the buyer. You will also typically receive a payment notification email from your payment provider, either Stripe or PayPal, which will tell you the payment method your buyer used. You are now entering a phase just as important as creating your building instructions, promoting their existence. This phase is just as critical, if not more so, than the creation phase. Remember my analogy with restaurants. Even if your restaurant serves the best food in the world, it cannot thrive unless people know it exists. Don't worry though, the upcoming lessons in the BRICKSBIZ training program will guide you step by step on how to ensure that as many people as possible discover your creations and how to encourage repeat purchases, significantly increasing your sales and revenue. Regarding the sales you make on Rebrickable, please remember that the platform will pay you the full selling price, but you will need to return 10% of the sale price to Rebrickable at the start of the following month for PayPal transactions. However, note that when you check your PayPal or Stripe account, this amount will already have been reduced by the payment transaction fees. As discussed earlier, PayPal and Stripe's fees vary by country, so please refer to the terms and conditions of each platform via the links below this video for exact details on deductions. To give you a clearer idea of how fees and revenue calculations work for a sale on Rebrickable, here is an example of the process for selling building instructions priced at $10 via PayPal. Step number 1. You list your first building instructions on Rebrickable for a unit price of $10. Step number 2. A Rebrickable user buys your instructions and you receive an email notifying you of a $10 sale via PayPal. Step number 3. You log into your PayPal account and see a $10 transaction, but a PayPal account balance of $9.34, reflecting your sales price deducted by PayPal's transaction fees. Step number 4. At the beginning of the following month, you receive a payment request from Rebrickable and must transfer them $1, corresponding to 10% of the selling price. Your net revenue for this sale is therefore $8.34 once fees have been deducted. Alright, your first building instructions are now online and will start generating your first dollars in the hours, days, and weeks to come. This is an important milestone in the training course, but in the upcoming lessons, today, tomorrow, and next week, we will double down on efforts to explore other sales channels that can maximize your revenue. You will also learn numerous techniques for promoting your building instructions and offers. Even though there's still work ahead, take a moment to celebrate this significant milestone in your training and enjoy the satisfaction of a job well done. Stay excited and motivated for tomorrow's lessons, where I will explain how to sell your Lego creations using genuine Lego bricks, a process that is much faster and more likely to succeed than relying on platforms like Lego Ideas or the BrickLink Designer program. Before moving on to the next video from the BRICKSBIZ training course, where I'll explore over a dozen additional ways to sell your building instructions, make sure you've listed your instructions on Rebrickable. If you've done this, excellent! I'll see you shortly in the next training video. This video was taken from the BRICKSBIZ training course. If you'd like to discover the full richness of this training course and learn how to create and develop a business around your Lego, you can follow the link that appears just below this video. You'll be able to join a community of experts and generate your first dollars in less than 4 weeks. As for me, I'll see you in a new free video on the BRICKSBIZ YouTube channel. You can watch the video by clicking on the link on the screen.